The People's Savings Bank, located at 101 3rd Avenue SW, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, was designed by Louis Sullivan. It was the second of a number of small jewel box banks in Midwest towns designed by Sullivan during 1907 to 1919. It was built in 1911, and it was individually listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1978. In 2014, it was included as a contributing property in the West Side 3rd Avenue SW Commercial Historic District. Sullivan's initial design was completed in the summer of 1909 but was rejected by the bank as being too expensive. The following year, his Cedar Rapids clients, spearheaded by the bank vice president Fred Shaver, whom local Cedar Rapids tradition has Sullivan designing a remodeling of his residence, continued their negotiations with him and an agreement was reached. Sullivan began the study of the bank and its functions, beginning with the large banking room and working out from there while reducing the cost of the structure by cutting back on the terracotta ornamentation. The building was finished in 1912. The prominent architectural critic Montgomery Schuyler said of it at the time that, "The building is thus clearly designed from within outward. The exterior is the envelope of the interior reduced to its very simplest expression." Wilson and Robinson. The bricks for the exterior of the building were produced in 15 different shades, producing, as Sullivan remarked, the effect of an antique oriental rug. The interior of the building includes clear-story walls of glass with murals by Alan Philbrick depicting life in rural Iowa. This bank was the last commission that George Elmsley assisted Sullivan on. Shortly after its completion, Elmsley joined the Minnesota partnership of Purcell and Feek, the new firm being named Purcell, Feek and Elmsley. People's Bank was purchased around 1989 by Minneapolis-based Norwest Corporation, which a few years later acquired Wells Fargo and took on its name. The 3rd Avenue building continued to serve as the Cedar Rapids/Marion area's main Wells Fargo branch, but because of its proximity to the Cedar River, it was impacted by the Great Iowa Flood of 2008. As such, the main bank is currently closed. Wells Fargo's website says the adjacent Motor Bank is operating, however. Farmers and Merchants Bank, Columbus, Wisconsin, 1919. Henry Adams Building, Algona, Iowa, 1913. Home Building Association Company, Newark, Ohio, 1914. Merchants National Bank, Grinnell, Iowa, 1914. National Farmers Bank, Owatonna, Minnesota, 1908. People's Federal Savings and Loan Association, Sydney, Ohio, 1918. Purdue State Bank, West Lafayette, Indiana, 1914.